Hi there, Russell Stratton, President and Leadership Champion with Bluegem Learning. I work with organisations just like yours to help managers improve individual and team performance so that they get even better results for your business. In the previous vlog in this series, I was talking about the concept of leading from the middle and the unique position that a lot of middle managers find themselves in. And we were looking about some analysis as to where we sat in the organisation as to whether we were a shark or a lamb. And if you don't know what that means, check out the previous vlog. So what I wanted to move on to now is how you can leverage the power that you do have. And the first thing is to understand, well, what is that power? So there are two ways that we traditionally look at this, and one of them is that we consider we have positional power, i.e. that comes with the job role that we have. And secondly, that personal power that we have as an individual employee. Let's look at the positional power first of all. In our traditional organisation, if we're looking at that sort of top down, I am looking to influence those people that work for me, then positional power works really well. Four types that we can focus on. The first is legitimate power. It comes with my position and title in the organisation. Secondly, reward power. This is the sort of the carrot. I can offer you a reward for doing something that I want you to do. Perhaps it's a pay rise, perhaps it's a bonus, perhaps it's that opportunity to be involved with the project that you're interested in. The flip side of that is that coercive power, and sometimes known as the stick. This is, if you don't do this for me, this is what's going to happen. The ultimate sanction, you get fired. Or we could be looking at things a little bit more subtle than that. Perhaps you don't get put on that project team that you were interested in. Perhaps I don't put you forward for a bonus next year. And finally is our resource power. As a leader in the organisation, I have certain resources at my disposal, whether it's personnel, whether it's budget, whether it's access, and I can control that. So as we can see with our first set, these all come with the position that we have within the organisation. Now this works well, as we were talking about, when we are working with people who work for us. But it's less effective when we're working with people who are our peers, people who work outside our organisation, or even our boss. Yeah, you can't really turn around to your boss and say, well, unless you let me have X, Y, and Z, I'm not going to give you that bonus. Because they're going to look at you rather strangely, because that's not within your gift to give. But what you can do is leverage your personal power. So let's have a look at the four areas that we're focusing on. The first one is referent power. You happen to be somebody that person actually likes as an individual. Somebody that they get on with and somebody that they feel they can connect with. That's always going to be helpful. The more people like you, the more likely they are to do what it is you ask. The second area to think about is expert power. Do you have some expertise or skill that is in short supply or is in demand in your organisation? Not necessarily a superpower, but you have something that the organisation needs and people that you work with within the organisational matrix need that lets you stand out from others. If you do, leverage it. Thirdly, we're thinking about information power. Do you know something that people need to know? Do you have access to certain information that others in the organisation and outside the organisation that you deal with would benefit from? Because being the conduit to that information can be incredibly powerful. And finally, do you have connection power? Are you somebody who knows the right people? You know how to connect person A with person B to get what they need. I've got a friend of mine who seems to have an immense amount of connection power. Whenever you talk to him in any context, he always seems to know somebody who works at that company or is involved with that particular charity or works in that community. He's the go-to guy. He's like the fixer, and that's really what the connection power is. So however you've identified your political landscape and what power you think you have, go back and reflect upon that. Is it positional power or is it personal power? Remember, positional power will work with people that work for you, but doesn't work as well with people that are on a similar level or higher with you than you in the organisation. Your personal power works both with your subordinates and also those people that work on a level or higher than you. So sometimes it's not just about the traditional sources of power that we need to focus on, but on the considering what we have as an individual that we can leverage to influence others. So if you enjoyed that vlog, make sure that you tune in next time. If you like this channel, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side.